This is the first of my video series and is numbered as Video 0001. This video is created in the machine voice of English female Jenny US of ttsfree.com. That is to speak in regional accents to be more tractable to listeners. My real legal name is Moheni Hersam. I am seeking to draw the attention of the public internationally. I want to explain my concerns regarding a low quality of life. In response to a low quality of life, I seek international publicity and medical and legal clearance and medical support to end my life. I am aware that most folks feel contempt on hearing this message. People think the proper action is to put me in a private unmonitored room with a female overgrown adolescent to talk it through, why I would want to end my life. And for police to torture me physically and mentally to get me into that unholy room with that lady. But now I ask that all this torture via gunmen, for example, the police, trying to pimp my body, my being into an unmonitored chamber where an overgrown female adolescent will change my mind about life and death matters, come to an end. These years of Chinese torture, which means you repeat the same thing millions of times, must end, I plead. You are a soft mollusk that cannot handle moral responsibilities. You are a cold fish that does not care about others. Why do I call you a soft mollusk and cold fish? Because I am trying to communicate and because I am not the BBC. Their news is always worded not to cause the least discomfort. So you are drunk on comfort. Life brings discomfort to all human beings at some point, but you act like a delicate rose and want to be as comfortable as you can. You have stopped depending on the Catholic priest, voodoo priest, and any traditional methods of reward or punishment on someone who wants to kill themselves. What you rely on is more compelling than religion and tradition. You call it a doctor. You call it a science. Gurley says if gunmen attend my residence and chuck me into an unmonitored, extremely private room with a soft mollusk of a human being, I will feel happier. I thought common sense would tell you that is nonsense. What about the law? Am I criticizing them? No, the law cannot know everyone personally. I am criticizing you, a layperson, member of the public.
So why are you here, if this is not a cry for help?
It is a cry for help, but not of a kind you desire. You see, what I've said so far is exactly what I meant. Which is that, owing to a low quality of life, I choose to die, but in the way I desire. I will not be found hanging in my room or dead. I want it through assisted suicide after legal and medical clearance. I want international publicity and to get those wheels rolling before I die. My goal in making this broadcast is twofold. Dying is my second choice, but it is truly one of my choices.
Why do you make these demands? How are you different from others? What makes you think we will give you these things?
I am aware that I am making a request that is difficult to receive. In fact, I have no proof it is not impossible. I have to try though. Am I different from others at all? Yes and no. A person could be the only one on the planet that is something good or bad, but that is unlikely. There are always other people who share your predicament. My goal in making this broadcast is twofold. Dying is my second choice, but it is truly one of my choices. The first choice though would be improvement of my quality of life, so I would not need to die. While broadcasting this message can achieve that goal, but I don't have high hopes. I will try though. I want the broadcast to be in place, whether or not I receive a purpose to live. The purpose of the broadcast is for its own sake, so that everybody knows what according to me is.
And what is this thing that will improve the quality of your life?
Very pertinent question. This will form the subject of subsequent videos. I want to say in my own words what is happening and why. I want this broadcast, where I am targeting certain countries, to proceed, for the sake of freedom of speech and belief, to support my well-being. I also need concrete physical changes in my life. You see, any problem a human has is an act of God or an act of man, whichever the case, humans may or may not be able to reverse it. I feel the problems I am having are due to acts of man. As already said, humans may or may not be able to reverse them. I mainly fear people will not be willing to reverse them. The need to improve quality of life is related to survival, which is a profit motive. The need for publicity is different, a goal for its own sake. No profit motive. People think sandwich only. They find it hard to understand how a non-profit motive can help my well-being.